So I wound up spending hours more finishing up my soup. I did it like hour from 7:15 to 8 o'clock, and then I did it during the commercials. The whole time I was watching The Voice with him. Still didn't finish because I had to clean up and I still wasn't done. So it's after midnight. But I really am going to start going to bed earlier. I really am going to start not eating anything past 9 o'clock at night. Today I didn't do that. I ate late. And I'm going to bed late. But I had a productive day. My soup's done, and in the end it filled, I don't know how many ounces is in a quart, but I can look it up. In the end it filled a whole 12-quart stock pot that I purchased at Walmart for like $12. And then it filled part of another pot, so it was a lot of soup that I split up into 21 servings, 21 containers that have at least a couple of cups in each container. Some must have more than that. I don't know. I know it'll last me a long time. Even if I ate it 21 days in a row. I fast once a week, because it wouldn't be 21 days in a row, so even if I ate it consistently and then my 4 days of fasting, it would still be 25 days it lasts me. And chances are I won't eat it every single day. It'll last me about a month. It's a big pain in the ass to make, so I'm glad it'll last me about a month. I won't have to deal with it for another month. Most of the time I'm going to add organic beans to it, to my serving that I thaw out from the freezer. Beans are filling and they're protein, and I don't eat meat anymore. I washed his dark blue sheets that he let me borrow. They were brand new. They hadn't even been opened, and now they're covered with dog hair. Oh well, I'll have to wash them a few times to give them back to him. And I need to buy sheets anyway, but for now I want to give him his blue sheets back. And I was even using it in the bed anyway. I was hanging it up to block the lights, make it dark in here. And I washed the sheets that I had put in the dog enormous cage I bought him. Unfortunately, he'd ripped part of that sheet, but I'm going to keep that on my bed, probably, just until I buy my own sheets. Give him back his brand new blue sheets, I lucked out with him. Lucky too that there was a bureau and a bed here, you know. Just got lucky. Wouldn't have mattered. I would have slept on the floor, slept on the couch, would have done whatever. I was just grateful that he, quote, saved, unquote, me. Saved me. What I was thinking about. Just now, I was on the computer briefly. Most people lie. Most people lie. I mean, that's an indisputable fact. I mean, professional people will tell. I mean, smart people will tell you. Anyone will tell you that just people lie. I'm not saying they lie about everything, but for the most part, I really tell the truth. Yet because most people lie, and a lot of people, you know, that's all they do. They just lie, fabricate, and tell stories and whatnot. I can't prove anything I've ever said out here is true. Can't prove it. The only thing that I can prove, but it is a big thing, is that I was heavy. That I was like 70 pounds heavier than I am now, and I can prove that because you can see me hold up pictures of me heavier, and some of my, you can also go to my Flickr page where I have pictures of me over the years at all different weights, you know. So I can prove that. I can prove that I was heavy. But anything I've said in regards to what I went through as a kid or anything, I can't prove it. I know it's true, and I know I haven't lied about anything. The only thing I've ever lied about out here, I didn't even lie about believing Jack Kruger was in love with me. I went crazy in 2009. But people who don't believe me and just think they just think that I made that up for attention's sake, you know. That I never really believed Jack Kruger was, but I did. I can't prove it though, that I believed it. I can only prove how I reacted, what I was saying and whatnot. That's proof. I can prove that because you can go to my old channels, ALICIACREATURE and ALICIA01, and you can see what I was saying and doing and whatnot. And if you had 1,000,000 hours to spare, you could go try to find my old comments where I was spamming Nickelback videos, you know. And my insanity that I acknowledge and recognize and, you know, and now, but did not acknowledge or recognize when I was in the midst of it, unfortunately. So that I can prove, but I can't prove that I wasn't just being an actress and making it all up, you know. The nature of truth and lies and whatnot. It's fascinating because you can know that you're telling the truth, but there are people who either believe you or they won't. There's only certain things I can prove. Now I can prove that I have a college degree, but to prove it, I would have to tell you my last name, and I'm not going to do that. And then you could look up my school, and you could find out, yeah, you know what I mean? There are ways, so I could prove that. I can prove I was heavy. I'm obviously female, you know. But in regards to all the other stuff I've said, I can't prove it. So you either believe me or not. It's kind of fascinating to me, you know, because so many people lie that, and unfortunately, because I tell the truth, I tend to think other people are telling the truth. But that's not the case a lot of the time, you know? I kind of now believe that my shelter friend wasn't always telling me the truth about stuff. My former shelter friend, sorry. You know? It's hard because so many people lie. So many people lie. Donald was a natural liar. So many people lie. And since I don't lie, I tend to take people at face value and I believe them. I believe that they're telling me the truth. Unfortunately, a lot of times they are not telling me the truth. It's just like, I can't prove I haven't had full-blown sex since April 6, 2008. I can't prove that Donald was an abusive bastard. Psychologically abusive, you know. Just like my father, not physically abusive. You know, I can't prove any of that. I know it's true. I know how his mom behaved towards me. I know that's true. I know that Marion lies through her teeth about me. I can't prove any of it. Like I said, I can't prove to you. You could say, oh, she's full of shit. She hasn't had sex in 6 years. No. I have not. I might never have sex again. Like I said, I haven't had sex in so long. I have obscene discipline, and it's not going to happen unless I really, really, really want it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen unless it's something that I really, really want, and I'm guaranteed that it's not going to be anything like anything I've experienced in the past. Otherwise, it's just not worth it to me. Not worth it to me. Not worth it. never forget. If I focus hard enough, but I was able to do it in the past. I could have lucid dreams, you know. And you can teach yourself to have lucid dreams, but I gave myself suggestions before bed. I could probably have sex in my dream, you know. But in this reality, you know, where it's been so long for me, no. I'm so radically different from the person I used to be. I don't even know who she was. I know she was me. I don't know who she was. I know why she did what she did. But could I explain why she did what she did? Probably not adequately. Probably not adequately. There were a lot of reasons why. I know why. I wanted to feel alive. I wanted to die. I don't know. I wanted to tempt fate. I wanted excitement. My life was boring, and I was artistically frustrated, just like I am, because I wasn't able to do anything in that area, express myself that way, or to have recognition, or so, I had my looks, and I could go to clubs, and I could be special in that way, and, dance like a mad woman and feel beautiful. And unfortunately, it always crossed over into dangerous territory. But I didn't care, because deep down I was trying. I was trying to die without actually committing suicide. Or I was just, like I said before, trying to, put it, I don't know what I was doing. I kind of do. So the misfit. I was such a misfit. But I could get, wear the tight little mini skirts and little top. I could be at least special in that area. I wasn't able to do anything with my creativity and my mind and whatnot. But I could go to these clubs and I could be special. Just by virtue of how I looked and how I behaved. So in the end, I guess that's why I did it. And I was such a loner, you know. I was like, go to these clubs, I could just pretend I was someone else. And in the end, I wanted, I don't know. It's like my song, Crazy Woman, you know. She leaves in a daze after they close it all down on her. She's left wondering, where's her bed? He guides her hand lower, but it matters not to her because she's entered another place instead. You know, I knew I could die from what I was doing. I didn't care. Because life was just so boring to me and so, I don't know, like I said, it was boring because I wasn't normal and I didn't want normal things and I couldn't have the fame I wanted or the recognition, the whatever, you know. And I wanted that desperately and I couldn't have it, so I said, fuck it. You know, just do whatever. Do whatever. Didn't matter to me. So why am I still here? I don't know. Should have been dead long ago. I should have been long dead before I even met Donald. That's the ironic thing, is that he saved me from myself, but then he destroyed what made me special. He did. And he did it intentionally. He needed to keep me down so I would stay with him even though I was miserable. That's it in a nutshell. In a nutshell, that's it. Didn't want to be here. I hated existence. I was a misfit. And I was frustrated. Frustrated in every way imaginable, but especially artistically. I just wanted more. More. I wanted more, and I couldn't have it. I couldn't grasp it. The carrot was always dangling just out of my reach. That is why I just said, fuck it, and I just did whatever I did, whatever I wanted to do. I did whatever I wanted to do. On one of my other videos I said, I shouldn't have used this word choice. I said, talking about how brilliant Donald was, and he was extremely. And then I said, sarcastically, I said, I fucked enough idiots to know the difference, between somebody smart, between a guy who's smart and a guy who's not so smart. I shouldn't have said fucked, though. What I should have said was fooled around with, or met, or encountered, or, you know what I mean? That's what I should have said. You add all those up, and it comes to a lot, It's April 1st. I need to go to bed. I need to brush my teeth. I'm not even going to try to deal with those yellow sheets. I don't know if they fit this bed. It's going to give him his blue sheets back, but I don't even know if I had those in the dog armrest thing. Can't deal with it today. I'm just going to sleep on the mattress without the sheets. Leave you with this. I've hinted around with him, because I've seen a lot of movies, but I've watched a lot, because Donald was a natural thief, and he knew how to steal movies, BitTorrent or something. I don't know. In any case, he knew how to steal movies. I forget what he used. He used different things. So he used to get movies. We used to watch every movie. So I'll say to him, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that movie, but I don't remember it. I may have been drunk while I was watching it. He actually said to me, it just shows you like how I do. I tell you I have a split personality. I'm not kidding. He goes, I can't even imagine you drunk. I'm like, yeah. And then I was kidding around. I go, well, I'm not a mean drunk. I get, affectionate and giggly and whatnot. Think about that one. So he says to me, I can't even imagine you drunk. And meanwhile, think of all the things I used to do, and I used to get shit-faced all the time before I met Donald and while I was with him. And my new roommate actually says to me, I can't even imagine you drunk. Yeah. You can't even imagine one little tenth of what I've done in my life, baby. I'm a completely different person now. I'm glad I am. that I would never want to go back to being her. But I still need something more. Just, balance out the darkness, or just, I need more. Guess what I need is to be located in my mind and my life, when I'm somewhere in between, not what I am now and not what I was then, but something slightly in between the two extremes. It's what I need. Something slightly in between.